Hey guys, hi, welcome back once again, and this time I wish to talk about balance. Now in the last few years we all have been hearing a lot about balance, maintaining some kind of a balance, creating some kind of a balance, having some kind of a balance in life. And what do we truly understand by balance? Both the implicit meaning and the explicit meaning, both individually and collectively. So if we take up a few examples, the examples of having a balance sheet, or the example of the balance scale, or the example of the balancing pan, we'll see that there are two sides to the things. And once we remove from one side of the thing, in order to maintain the balance or the equilibrium, we'll have to remove something from the other side as well. Or if we add something to one side, we'll need to add something on the other side as well to bring the scale or the page onto a state of equilibrium. And I guess that is our understanding of how we create a balance wherein that equilibrium is reached. So let us take up a few more examples over here. The example of the seesaw, which moves up and down constantly. The idea of the swing on which when we sit, we can move back and forth. The idea of the pendulum, which keeps swaying from side to side. The idea of having a dance wherein one step is forward and one step is backward. The idea of the time and the season, which keeps repeating itself over and over and over and over again. And even when we look into all of these things, we'll notice that the swing, the seesaw, the clock, the season, the pendulum, all of that move to its extremities before coming to that center point for a split second and then moving itself again. So is the balance achieved when there is a momentary lapse in time wherein everything for just that split second comes to a halt right at the center and start moving again? Or is the balance also in going towards the extreme ends? The flow in between and around the extreme ends, the movement in and around the extreme ends, because without that movement, probably life would come to a standstill. So let us inquire for our own selves as to what do we exactly understand by balance. Is it that one pinpoint moment where everything comes to a standstill, wherein the swing is just right at the center, wherein the pendulum just stops to move for that split second, wherein the seesaw is just exactly in the center before it starts moving itself, wherein the climate or the weather is just good enough? Is it that, or is it also the movement, the flow in and around the extremities that makes life more balanced? That may actually also be a part of the balance. So how about taking that split second pause and inquiring whether the balance is just in that split second pause, or whether the balance is also in and around and in between everything that lies in between and around the two extreme factors of life, like the tear of sadness and the tear of joy, both equally important, and without which life truly cannot be completely and fully experienced. Let's try and think a little more about that, and I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in.